Here, but first, brand new track from Civil Defense. This is called Fix Your Sores, right here on the Crazy Train. Right back with Eric in just a second. Brand new Civil Defense, Fix Your Sore, right here on the Crazy Train, and we're now joined by Eric Chase from Civil Defense. How's it going, man?
Not too bad, yourself?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
It's been a while, I think, since we saw each other.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Probably the last. When did I see you last? Maybe the. Oh wait, did you guys play the Battle of the Bands last year at the Charlotte Street Arts Center?
We did, but I don't remember seeing you. Last time I seen you was when we done the live session here.
Was it? No, because I was a judge at that Battle of the Bands, the one that Rosewood Annie won from Halifax.
Yes, you're right. Yes,
Yeah.
I seen you for a few moments.
Yeah,
yes,
a few
that's
minutes
right.
there. Yeah, cool. So you guys have been in as well with Jake Duffy at the Underground Alliance, and how many tracks did you guys record?
We recorded 4.
4, right on. And so how did you find that experience? I mean, it's these days, and it's a bit cheaper. It's not like the recording studios like some of us, you and I, like older musicians, are used to.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing. It's like.
Well, in that aspect, a lot has changed. I found it, the process a little easier. It went smoothly. It's good. Everybody knows what they're doing. You go in there and be well prepared.
Yeah. I
Saves
think,
time and money.
yeah, that's the whole thing. I think as long as you're prepared,
Yes.
and that's the most important thing about going into the studio.
I'd say so.
So I know, like some guitarists, they don't usually work out their solos until they're like right there
On the
doing
spot.
doing that kind of thing, and that can take up some time, obviously, if they're not,
And time afterward to figure out what the hell you just did too. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you were saying, we were just talking before here, you have like an earlier album. How long have you guys been together?
As a band or
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the members now?
As a band, Civil Defense.
I mean, the whole concept's been, sometime in the 90s really, but, due to location and lack of musicianship, it just didn't hold together very long. It took a little bit to get going, but I'd say 2008 is when it became a full function band.
So that's a good long time, and I think I was thinking earlier about it, and what I like about Civil Defense, one, you guys have been around for a while, and like you said, the concept's been around for a while, and I think it does show in your music. I think you guys, as far as the metal scene is concerned around town, are probably one of the more unique bands against everybody else who's doing their own things. I find that your guys' stuff stands out to me a lot more. I know that Megadeth is a big influence for you, and I always throw in Dirty Rotten Imbeciles or DRI. For some reason, I find that I know you guys aren't too big into that, but
no, you did mention it. I checked it out, and I did see what you were saying, but yes, there is. It's obvious to anybody that knows me. I'm a big Megadeth fan, and I try not to let that spill into my own music, but it's hard to not admit that I'm influenced by it also.
I think it does, but it doesn't, and that's where I kind of see that the DRI kind of influence, even though it may not be an influence, in that Megadeth, their songs are maybe a little bit more progressive, like more intricate. And
yeah.
Not saying that yours not, but I do find that your guys have like a simple, straightforward method to what you're doing that comes across really well.
Well, that's probably because I'm the only guitarist in the band. I mean, if there was another one, things may be different, but at this point, I've gone so long doing it this way that I just kind of developed, a technique how to work as the only guitarist in the band. So.
Right. And so that's something that you're not going to change. You guys are going to stay as a three-piece?
I believe so. I've tried to incorporate that before. It didn't work at all, and I've had other guitarists, come out of the band and try to go off on their own thing.
Right.
With, this is what I learned, without, hey, I taught you that, so that I put an end to that right away,
Right,
so,
yeah.
So probably not. It'll probably never happen again.
Cool. So who's in the band right now? What's the lineup?
Well, Mark Jenkins, he's a bass player, and Chad, he's drummer, but he's a little busy, and he may be departing, so...
Drummers have been your Achilles heel, right?
Oh, man.
You guys have gone through
I'm
drummers like
ya.
toilet paper.
And both heels. Oh, it's unbelievable. I do have somebody that has an interest. I'm not going to say who or anything right now, but something may come out of it. And
is Mark's been with you since pretty much the beginning, or?
No, Mark, I think it's been over 2 years, maybe 3. Sorry, Mark, if I got that wrong, but he's been with me for a little while. I mean, previous to that, I don't know if you met Ryan Walton. He used to be the old bass player before.
No, I don't think I met him.
No, that was probably in the early years. That's when we just first started. He was with me for quite a while. And, not to name drummers because they come and went, but Ryan was there for quite a while, and then, then things happened, and now Mark has, loyally been there. And
you guys have like a really good chemistry, I find, together as well.
Yeah, I think, after time, I think he knows what I'm looking for and stuff like that. He does all right.
Cool. So what are the more recent shows that you guys have played?
One of the more recent shows?
Like the past shows recently that you guys have done, because I know you guys have played around the last little bit. The Panic Room was one, I think.
Yeah, Panic Room was one. I to recall here. I know we've just done one at the Charlotte Street Art Center there a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
With I can't even remember what the festival was. Yeah, we've done a few. I just can't think of them right now.
How'd you like playing at the Panic Room?
It was great. It was probably the best show we've done, really, for a long time. The crowd was really reactive. There's people falling all over the place, and
it's a wild
yeah, it was great.
I was there with Neighborhood Watch when they did their reunion tour thing, and that was like the craziest night of their whole reunion tour thing.
I think I read some stuff about that online.
Yeah.
That sounded a little more wild than the one we were at, but
oh no, you're thinking of the PEI one. That was with Rectum of Pain. That was the very X-rated crazy. That was really bad, crazy.
Yeah.
But coming up, you guys actually have a show that you're going to be doing. Can we talk about this? The
Yeah,
next
sure.
show? Yeah, go ahead. Let us know what's going on.
Well, mostly in French here, but it's with I don't even know how to pronounce the name of this place. Anyone speak French here?
I do a little bit. You want to see?
Yeah, all the information's on that little poster there.
Yeah, right here. So it's Rockfest pour la santé mentale. So it's a Rockfest for mental health, and it looks like ADN and civil defense and I don't even know what that band. Obscure Illusions, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
I think we played with them in Charlotte Street there. Were they not there?
I think so. Yeah. I think you're right. Cool. So, and this is going to be
In August.
in August.
August 12th to the 14th, I do believe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a few-day festival.
The 12th, 13th, and 14th. Wow, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the event.
And for New Brunswick bands to be able to get out and play in Quebec is almost like like breaking out. I mean,
Yeah, it's a big thing, man. If this was the States, that's Hollywood, I guess, in a way to you. So
absolutely. I mean, it is the kind of metal mecca of Canada.
yes, it is.
And it doesn't seem to matter what city in Quebec. There's always like a heavy duty contingent of metalheads that are going to see shows.
They're very supportive. Yes, I found that.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And let's see here. So, tell us about the tracks that you recorded with Jake. There's 4 of them, and if you just maybe want to run through each one of the tracks and just kind of tell us maybe what they're about or how old they are, or.
These I'm a little bit behind on these tracks. Actually, I started this project probably a little over a year ago. Had a little issues that put us behind. We were working with somebody to production wise, and that had not pulled through, so that put us behind again.
Right.
And then we worked with Jake, and now they're done. But far as old, it's hard to tell. I've written stuff. I mean, I know there's one track that's not done yet, but it will be when we finish up the rest of the tracks. It's called On My Way, and I mean that was written in '91.
Wow.
And it's just about to appear now. So they're all over the place. I mean.
So Fix Your Sore, what's that about?
Fix Your Sore is kind of aspect of addictions, I guess.
Yeah.
In a way,
Okay.
If you look through in between the words, you may see what I'm talking about. After I say that, you might get the idea now. But
Right. And regret.
Regrets? Well, that basically sums it up.
Yeah, I guess it kind of speaks for itself.
That pretty much speaks for itself. Yes.
And what are the other 2 tracks? I didn't bring them with me, but
Parallel to Enlightenment and True Reality.
Cool.
I mean, they're just. It's hard. You can't really put your finger on them. They're more. It's just a song. It's not. Anything personal.
Nothing deep or anything like that.
Yeah, nothing deep. Ideas.
Right on. Cool. Okay, well, we're going to go to another track here, and I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. And so just you don't have anything else coming up aside from that, the Montreal show, or not Montreal, but the Quebec festival?
Well, there's something going on with
Dave Manning?
the Manning
Yeah.
EMA thing there, out Keswick, Warwick,
Yeah.
Landing. It's kind of up in the air still. He's hoping to, get some tickets and stuff like that sold and get a good interest in it. But if that takes off, there's supposed to be, over 30 bands or more, maybe even 40.
Yeah.
He's trying to get some big names in and stuff like that. But with the right support, hopefully this can take off and it can be good for everybody, and just not City of Fredericton, but New Brunswick alone.
Yeah. Because I know, like Jay Chetwin tries, he's done some really great stuff with the Maritime Hard Rock and Metal Festival, but his locations have been hard for us to get to, kind of thing.
Yeah, I had an interest in that one time too, but, he actually asked us to come down, but for the very little length of time we've been on stage,
Well, that's, because a lot of the newer bands seem to, like, you have to prove yourself with his Battle of the Bands,
It-
and I think it's only like a 15, like 3 song or 15-minute set.
Yes.
And if I can understand why some bands wouldn't want to drive all the way to Nova Scotia just to play for 15 minutes.
Exactly.
kind of
you know,
thing.
You drive
So-
for, what is it, 8 hours to get there
Yeah,
practically, and then, but it's like you get there and get it done. It's like, did that even happen kind of thing, and then
Yeah,
you're on
yeah.
your way back to New Brunswick,
Yeah.
But-
So yeah, hopefully with what Manning's doing, that it'll come together, and it'll be a good festival. and
Yes,
stuff like that,
hopefully.
so.
Well, all the luck to him, and I hope it takes off.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on the show, and like I said, we're gonna play No Regrets right now,
Awesome.
and then we'll be back on the Crazy Train.
Thanks for having me.